a little while since I've updated on Wizonk. Here's a little view of what you'll see when you load up the game. You can disable the players. You can actually control, all 4 players can control the interface. Say we just want a match between those 2. We could do that, but I'm going to stick all 4 on for now. You can turn off the monsters, you can turn off the items. The items aren't really working properly yet. This is emulating an A500 at the moment. Oh no, sorry, an A500 Plus. You can choose how long you want the rounds to be. You can choose how much health you want to start with. You can choose an arena. There aren't many of those yet. And one of them's a bit buggy, but let's go with this one. Oh, let's go with that one. I'm going to be controlling all 4 players here, so it's going to be a bit weird. The scores at the bottom there is because I didn't reset the scores between the bouts. So, boop. That's, ouch. You can see there's 3 different levels of standard fireball attack. And there's also a backdash, and on certain types of platforms, these thin platforms, it is possible to pass through them by pressing down as well. Now this looks kind of slow, but I ran out of time. I wasn't paying attention to the timer. When the timer runs out, every second everyone gets a health point taken off. So I should have reset the score first. There we go, the scores have been reset. So we might as well go back to the menus. Let's go with no timer and a random stage. Oh no, this is the buggy one. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Boop. The guys have fallen off the bottom. It's quite difficult with one person. Well, blue's probably gonna win, I would have thought. Yep. That's the newest and least well decorated of the stages. Go back to the menus. Now this is interesting compared to the other stages. Now this one's fun because it loops, which gives you some fun things you can do. Oops. Controlling her with my left hand. Controlling him with my right. Now, something interesting about the big charge attack is it passes through people. So it's got incredibly limited range, but it knocks people back a bit and passes straight through them, so you can hurt a lot of people simultaneously. I have played it a number of times with humans, with my family, and yep, it gets very hectic very fast. Now I'm going to stop this and I'll show you something in a moment that only works on slightly faster Amigas. Okay, now this is set to be a unexpanded A1200, but oops, you have to click on the joystick, not the people's faces. Can't decide which way around that's best for that. Probably, that's fine. Okay, now on an unexpanded A1200 or possibly even an A500 with just some fast RAM, you have this extra option, turbo mode. Now, I like to think of this a bit like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It changes the gameplay quite a lot. It gets genuinely hectic with the normal speed, but on faster Amigas you can run it in this incredibly hectic mode. Now I have the option of making it just smoother in turbo mode. There's actually a toggle key as well. If you just press T, this is the speed that I'm really balancing it for, this slower 25 frames per second speed, like lots of old games, Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, and so on and so on. An A500 can easily keep up with 25 frames a second if I throw lots of stuff at it, and it's a good speed for it to be. It looks slow when there's only one person controlling them, but when they're all jumping around doing their own thing, it's not slow and it gives you time to think. Whereas in turbo mode, it's possibly better as a party game, maybe, but it's also just complete chaos, particularly on stages where you can fall through the floor or there's just crazy stuff going on, particularly once all of the different spells are implemented. It's good to have the choice. Even on the A1200, I will probably play it most of the time with turbo mode not enabled. It's going to loop around. Not quite enough long range. By there. By there. And shoot her from both sides at the same time.